Manipur paid tributes to slain brave hearts on 28th Great June Uprising Unity Day at Kekrupat Memorial Site in Imphal. Out of 20 samples from Manipur identified as Delta variant, which is believed to have led to resurgence of COVID-19 infections in many countries. Chief Minister Nongthaman Biren launches Ayush 64 tablet for COVID treatment in Manipur. Manipur joined National Protest Day called by Indian Medical Association against violence on doctors, nurses and healthcare workers. Manipur reports 603 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 5,842 samples and 12 deaths in 24 hours. RIMS doctors conduct successful surgery on mucormycosis, also known as black fungus, in a post-COVID patient. India lost 62,224 new cases in last 24 hours. Recovery rate touches 95.93%. And Manipur's Sanklakpam Nilakanta gets into India's hockey team for upcoming Tokyo Olympics. Hello and welcome to Impact News, watching Prime Time English Bulletin. I'm Kangujam Shellyra. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear a mask properly and maintain a safe distance. Now the news in details. People today paid tribute to those 18 brave hearts who laid down their lives to protect the territorial integrity of Manipur on June 18 in 2001. Like every year, Observation Committee, United Committee, Manipur UCM and All Manipur United Clubs Organization, AMUCO, organized the 20th Great June Uprising Unity Day at the Kekrupat Memorial since early morning. However, this year, the day was observed in a subdued manner owing to the prevailing second wave of COVID-19 pandemic. Family members of the martyrs and few people attended the event held by adhering to COVID-19 SOPs. A report.
Hokiba kumza lising aniga amagi Jun taraga nipanda thokiba Manipur gi ngamkai kaibi yaroi haina lamdam sigi miyamna changsin khiba akanba I hawdu da thawaina pontha pi khraba athawa taraga nipan gi maphamda ngasi su ngasi gi mirona lekhidraba sing adugi maphamda ikai khunnoba utpagi thoram ngasi ayuk angan badagi hawduna pangthokre hairiba thoram asi amuko amasung ju semna chenduna hairiba athawa taraga nipal asigi aroi bajata phamoriba Imphal East ki Kekru Hariba Mapam Machida, Atauba Singu Ningsing Bagi Tauram Masi, Wantanganba, Purup Singi, Mioshina, Saruyaki, Taubudabu, Hozik Oriba, COVID-19 Yadumlaba, and pandemic Orba, Lightsat, Asina Maramboraga, Bau Chaguna, Hariba, Mapamasida, Miam Laktuna, Atauba Singi Mapamda, Hekat Laikat Tambagi, Adumlaba, Yamna Paksina, Pantopagi Taram, Adumakti, Pantokide, Adumabu, Tangai Padana, Tonganba, Lup Singi, Lusimba Sing, Ima Lup Singi, Lusimbi, Tonganba, Mairo Lup Singi, Lusimba, Damnam Sing Fruit Kayagi, Mio Singna, Hariba, Mapamasida, Langaki, SOP Ngana, Pantopagi Dulaba, Mamitaki.
Anova Mirolda, talk about Togo, Dugi Wadi Singun Singadu, Nahona Liduna, Makoida, Leba Nushiba, Amadi Lebaki, the Monta Katoningba, Amadi Lebaki, Apunbagi Satamse, Kananabagi Damota, Madugi, Konkwamadu, Changshan Bangam Nanaba, Wakalona, Dupong Nanaba, in order to people of Nanabagi, Taromasi, Pantok Javani, Tuzila Kadoriba, Pistosi, Warosin, Koju, Mikum Sing a scenery, in the Agi, Luching Basing a Quitang Tinari, Madu Matungina, Sapsana Tinganaba Honagani.
hairiba tharom asibu asoingam thoktana bagidamta Manipur laingaki makhada leriba security personnel sina mafam kayada ningthina ngak chenbagi mamita ki ningsing bayabadi hawkhiba kumja lising aniga amagi Jun taraga marida India government amasung NSNIM anigi marakta Bangkok ta chathana kiba ceasefire agreement da tuan ware banga lawbagi manungda without territorial limit haiba wahi ma yaurpadagi Manipur miyamna hongnaruba tawdana akan wi hok changsin khibadagi hairiba athauba tara nipal asi ngasi bangda ubiriba kekrupat hairiba mafam asida aroiba yahib ta khibani observance of the great June uprising unity day na chendra pangtholiba achunglaba thoram asida saruk yakiba observant committee ki chu chairman oriba nando luwangna Manipur da thangkhang kaya ta India government na Manipur thugai da bo hodarakli haiba wakfam phomtok baga loina na India government na chilakliba sarok lang dagi Manipur miyam na mikum lang chungna laiduna hairiba Manipur gi ngakhai kanabgi damakta lamdam sida laidiba furup sing punchin nura thabak tangmin nabagi apamba phongdokhi
Any political party sing oisino madu ki leader sing na habi center ki leader sing na ai koi de karam bamong tawri habi se masi moi ni yeng se aduna palingai aduna tawringai aduna tohormani ada tohormani haiba adun satkum se ai koi Manipur da di any party na pan ba matam da ai koi Manipur da adum makhoi gi tongan ba miyeng ama yenga Manipur da apun ba saktam se sida singchep thabagi thabak di sunglep lep te habi se madi thokriba thokdok sing aduna param leng dra paraman seng ba ke krupar asina Manipur gi apun ba gi saktam khajana rudra ba kya warung ro ba kya se amuk na hongna sagatpa da ke kurpana madugi yimpham thon mafam mama orisinu haiba wafam siju thamjabgal hoyana Manipur gi singtam tongan kanglup phudingmak akoi nungsi sanana hingmen nabi lambi rom da khoi punna thabak tawba hominarasi government of India gi siron da khoi thajaragumsi ai khoi ne khoi gi tunggi laibak leminarasi ai khoi punna thingnaminasi punna chawhoiminasi aduga ai khoi gi marakta laidiba thana waru purno mayam ado kaukthokna ba amadi ngapina ba haiba wafam sida leminaraga ai khoi gi tunglam chat ama ai khoi punna mangna seminaraga tunggi yama nungai ya phaba Manipur ama oina ba hona matamda sing mi tami punamagi apun ma thodang lominarsi
thoram asida saruk yakiba observance committee gi vice chairman su oriba UCM gi president chunin karamna phongdokhibada adungai hawkiba sai kumja lising aniga amagi Jun taraga nipan da thokiba thodo adu Manipur da NSNIM gi adumlaba ceasefire adu without territorial limit haibe wahi ma yaksalakpadagi thokibani adu hairiba agreement adu da paliba without territorial limit haibe wahi adu Manipur miyamna Jun taraga nipan da hawkiba adumlaba miyagi akan bai hawoduna lakho han khibani haiba adumlaba hawkiba thodo dubu ningsing baga loinana Manipur gi ngam kai kai den mik ta khonaminasi aikhoi yekna ba kanano haiba masak khanglabani na phuruk machen hunna duna leibagi mahutta ngam kai kannabagi adumlaba thabak thorom singda punna charuk jaminasi haibagi adumlaba akanba phirek ko loinana miyam da paujel pikhi
Manipur miyam sigi Jun 19 ge thogo ga se government of India gi mana kong mo sungkau kaute Manipur miyam puna mo su nakong singya yairi matam se sikhiba nomai ka khiba shok khiba mayam singa madugi inin koloda ngasi imanda hawjik muk thok podona khalaga lairi adupu ngasi di sahi kun yoksalale adu itari sahi kun yoksalak ko sira phurup punamak se masi puna mana kok chungchen da taraga di Manipur se tin nungai bai se masi oi thok tabu apun mamkhani aduna maramar kana karigumba makhala matagi Manipur gi apun bagi saktam da Manipur gi hingminne bagi pulsiro da government gi khal kaga da ba phurup amaga marakta yengthi ga da ba adugumba makhala matagi administrative division tawdana adugumba political naga ama ohendana Manipur ga apun bagi saktam gi tera kahen ba yaro ai habasina ai koi achet pa phire phamka oiga bani karigumba government of India na yapiyo tawpiyo karamba phurup kangluk khara kaki yenga interest apir gano phurup kangluk kaki yenga da Manipur government na so government of India na thang pa kanglon puna makta yabi gano makoi chu kai lege hai wa phom je puna sebio Manipur sa ai koi tongan ba punjal laga lerei ba khoi puna maksige apun voice sina government of India da no modi thak thak nelok payai
nakalamorom da Jun taran ga nipan gi thongdok tu da laikhidraba athauba tara ga nipan gi imung manungi miyo singna phongdorokgi matungina laikhidraba athauba sing adu laiba ki damakta thawai na pontha oiduna thawai lomkhibani adumapu Manipur lengang na hawjik Manipur gi ngapkhai kannabagi damakta lauriba phire basi hena tansilaning bagi apamba phongdorokbaga loinana India government amusung NSNIM gi marakta hawkiba kumja lising ani taraga manga da chathakhiba framework agreement gi adumlaba wafam ngasi phawu khangandana leiriba asi yamna langtaknaba phawonbaga loinana Manipur miyam da hairiba asungulaba ngasi phawu khangandana leiriba framework agreement gi adumlaba warol khangan ningbagi apamba phongdokhi
tasena government local lakri miyam ya pam ning ba thungandri na khanjai huji bawda paramdi still huji bawda koina lainagri ba agreement RN Ravi gi magi arun ba magi kano singdo kanada su khangan da ba do amu ayam loan ba kano ma satli ba kano se sina miyam de hen chingnan ba heli aduna akoi government da tasena koi fully koi moida trust to thaja ba do koi thamba ngamde india government ga NSN am ga marakta leiriba arun ba agenda amagi makha da satli ba se mase khangan biu
leba ki damakta kathokare ko akoi su dum singna ba laitana dum matung inge na khalli president member oinani adudi kaugde nukti ning hing na dum lai pien da ba se adum matam gi lak ba thodok sing se adum nungai na ta ba di yarak ta ba matang da pien da ba se yawe ba
ngam khe gi damakta thawai pam thapi gi ben na moi gi matung in na thawna lai na khon hing ba tai manipur gi ngam khai se kai da na ba kan ba ta ba ne khoi mayam na
manipur gi ngam khai kan na ba gi damakta thawai na pon tha pi khraba athoba tara ga nipal bu ningsing bagi adum laba thoram the great June uprising unity day gi thoram machina takli manipur gi miyam da manipur gi ngam khai ngak na bagi damakta apun bagi saktam sakan na bagi damak khompham chen na lebi hai bagi dumut mayek cheng laba phudam ama takli asung laba phibam machida manipur laingak amasung india government na manipur gi miyam gi ihul khangna manipur gi ngam khai da maikai kaya dagi lepa laitana ngakai thugai da ba chilakli ba achi dagi ngak thong na ba honawa haiba china khwai dagi tangai phadaba ma oiri karigumba manipur gi ngakai da chingna ragli ba khudimak achi ngak thong na ba india government amasung manipur government na hona hok dragadi adungai hokhiba kumja lising ani ga amagi jun tara ga nipan da thokhiba miyam gi safu kallaba ihau adu dagi hena kallaba adun lo ihau ma langloi haingai leite camera person kabi ga loina na pogdam jariba rc mangangsa impact news kekurprat Impal.
Lamlai Mapari Thogal Group also observed the Great June Uprising Day at Ibudo Nombok Ningto, even though Ayang Lima Pantuibi and even though Haurima Sampubi Laibung and Jingnung Kok in Infatis district by adhering to COVID-19 SOPs. Political activists Sapom Kanglai planted Herangway sapling to mark the day. It may be recalled that on June 18, 2001, people hesitated against the without territorial limit clause included in the Bangkok Declaration signed between the Government of India and NEC and IM. People from all walks of life rose in revolt into what could be described as the mass uprising on an unprecedented scale in modern Manipur history. Irate and agitated mobs in thousands took to the street, risking their lives, and tore state assembly building, offices of many political parties, and houses of political leaders and former ministers. The mob tried to storm the heavily guarded chief minister's bungalow, and many were killed when CRPF personnel posted in their open fire indiscriminately. 18 persons died in the police firing. 20th, the Great June Uprising Unity Day was also observed in Jiribam district today. Members of Jiri Development Organizations, JDO, All Jiribam United Club Association, Azuka Jiri Ima Maira Paibi Apunba Lup Jimpal Apunba Jiribam Maira Paibi, AJMP Coalition Against Drugs and Alcohol Kada Jiribam branch paid tributes to the martyrs at JDO conference held in Babupara. Owing to COVID-19 pandemic, many people could not attend the Great June Uprising Memorial Observance held at Kikupa today. A memorial event was held at Infaltist Up-Adiksha Khetri Tamas resident in compound Mamang Sabal Lekait, where locals paid tributes to those who lost their lives in the 18th June 2001 incident. Members of RPI Atwale, Manipur State also observed June Uprising Day at the party office in Kaisampot today. Party State President Maheswar Thaunawsam, Youth President Ningthausam Popilant and Women Wing members paid floral tributes to the martyrs of June 2001 incident.
Kunlak Suba, the great June 18 uprising Unity Day haina ngasi kunlak suboina Republican Party of India athawale gi Manipur state ki office ta koi chamlaba thoram magaloina na pangthok jabane koi Manipur sida su husi COVID-19 gi second wave ki nomada yamna nuaitaba wari myam taba positive case hengkal la pamya lairi ado ngasi numisidagi laiwai khraba athawi sing time pan gi koi blessings na ngasi dagi COVID-19 se pura handaba oirashanu haina nizari.
Students Welfare Committee Thongzu Faisal Leitong Apun Bamaira Paibi and Ibudo Kwairong Klakpa VLK also observed the Great June Uprising Unity Day 2021 today. Kanglei Park Communist Party also observed June Uprising Day. Meanwhile, Manipur People's Party has demanded to declare June 18 as a state holiday and to observe the Great June Uprising at a state level. 18 out of 20 samples sent for variant testing from Manipur have turned out to be Delta variant of coronavirus. Chief Minister Nothomban Biren disclosed the same today. The Delta variant has been listed as the 4th variant of concern by the World Health Organization and is believed to have led to the resurgence of COVID-19 infection in many countries, including the devastating second wave in India. Speaking to media, Chief Minister and Biren said that the Delta variant had been the major cause of rapid spread coronavirus pandemic and that home isolation patients would be provided additional medicines useful in treatment of this variant. He added that apart from these, home isolation patients would also be provided 20 triple-layer masks each, hand sanitizer with extra medicine from today.
am thuna positive machine jing hankalakpa community spreading tawrpa karino haidana tawgunai khoina kanna thigalaga akhoi doctor singna expert singa akhoi government gi leiriba mayam sina tanaraga akhoi masigi test se mapan thaban karamba makhangi variant noise sigi covid manipur da narise sample kul thabani kundugi manungda tarani pan da phangi result si new variant ma phangi manipur da leiriba posi masi delta ni khangni new delta variant masi si khar longna ganba sandok ganba laina we aduna masi gi result si lakwa loina na government na right from today home isolation da leiriba ana masi hidak makhal khara koi henkal lagani hana piriba hidak bagi hidak makhal khara koi hapagani home isolation da laina patient jingna season na ba patient mamda koi triple marks kun aduga hand sanitizer yumda leibada su home isolation na koi komthoga I tom leibni na leibe adwa adugumba makhangi pot khara koi ngasi dagi haurgani.
Chief Minister Nothomban Biren has launched Ayush 64, a polyherbal formulation for COVID treatment. Directorate of Ayush, Government of Manipur organized the event at the Chief Minister's Secretariat today. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister Biren appealed to the public to come out with constructive criticisms and encourage the work of health and frontline workers rather than just pointing out mistakes and taking negative propaganda amid the crucial hour of coronavirus pandemic. He also appealed to stop believing in misleading information and to get vaccinated at the earliest. It may be mentioned that Union Ministry of State for Ayush Independent Charge Kiran Rijizu had earlier launched Ayush 64 on May 7 this year for nationwide distribution campaign for benefit of the vast majority of out-of-hospital COVID-19 patients. The Ministry of Ayush, in collaboration with Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, has also recently completed a robust multi-center clinical trial to evaluate the safety and efficacy of Ayush 64 in the management of the mild to moderate COVID-19 patients. It was found that Ayush 64 reduces the duration for clinical recovery in terms of diseases, symptoms and severity. Agriculture Minister Oinam Lukhoi, Education Minister Sorakhaiba Razan, Advisor to Chief Minister Health Dr. Sapam Ranjan, Deputy Chairman Manipur State Planning Board L. Rameshwar, Chairman Manireda Zingswang Hao, Chairman Loktak Development Authority L. Susindro Ketrigao MLA Nahapam Indrasit, Wangzing Tenta MLA Ponam Razan, Principal Secretary V. Bulbul Mount and Director Ayush Y. Lukhoi attended the program.
ꯄꯤꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯤ ꯁꯤꯕꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯡꯁꯦ 10, 15, 10, 12 시기 레벨시다 레이디 aduna akhoi criticize yes akhoi gi government gi asoiba doctor gi asoiba tabo mayamna men khatna batabani hoji doctor da phunaru ya ponde hoji nurse da phunaru ya ponde chainaru ya ponde karai da no kari no pami bisoy no moida encourage toba let us stop politics police the force hondaba mayamna force hondaba mayam marak da punbase hida isa je hida kapti di thok da bagi chanabi ma khoi isa da hawdo ko phare government hayan banataba isana ai hida kaptri adu dei mayam marakta hokiroge ka haibagi voluntary oiba majority upra matam yore na ilawe.
Members of the Indian Medical Association IMA Manipur State Branch observed National Protest Day today, condemning the recent violence against on doctors amid the coronavirus pandemic. The protest was held on the theme "Stop Assault on Professions and Professionals and Save the Saviors." Members of the IMA Manipur State Branch Association of Healthcare Providers India Manipur Chapter and trained nurses in Association of the India Manipur State Branch took part in protest demonstrations. Protest meetings were held at Regional Institute of Medical Sciences RIMS, Imphal Complex, Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences Complex, Ras Medicity, Maipakpi Maternity, Jeevan Hospital and other private hospitals. Protesting healthcare workers demanded a law to protect them and to book culprits who have assaulted doctors and other healthcare workers within 30 days.
Healthcare have a summa service ma akai ba soiden lani makha tarpa angang sing doctor tamgada kirani moi doctor tamaroi doctor tamdragadi akhoi gi anaba sing se kanana yengbigani habi si wafam ni mathwai se khubakta hapaga covid ke anaba si manakta changchallaga ICC ba yai se khangkhangna akhoi doctor jik india gi ona lisingama changa muk sure jik siri se covid ki matang sida anaba laing bada aduna si khangkhangna changchaliba mioi bising si bo muk phuong chaigong tawbiragadi sama se mai gai de changchali ge habi wafam se chawa wahang ne kun khangjaning se afaba samaj peaceful hoiba adi samaj ma oirak se habi taragadi doctor nurse aduga healthcare institution se phubo thugaiba chaiba tawragadi madudi afabane di kanam tan su hairar aduna masima tawdana ba mayam kuna public ta adagi laingak ta so kan thamjari se sigi tawdana ba gi ain thamam thokpa tawbiu aduga chera pibun thokpa pibiu doctor nursing se moi mathau se phajana tawang amba ohan biu habi wafam se thamjab
Thailand da chi hadaki laiba corona gi first wave second wave ta chu hen henglakpa hoina ngasi toriba protection gi maramdi India pumba satnaba yaba akanba ainama gi makhada hujiki violence toriba mi singsi athuba chairak piba state ayamba da ek amadi leire adubu tawbadi masigi ek asina hekta pharaga punishment pibadi oitri bharat pumbagi oiba central ek ama huna hoi satnabiu amadi healthcare hostel center singsi protected area aina lauthopiu.
Manipur reported 603 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 5,842 test results received today. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, total confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur have reached 62,946, out of which 9,246 are active cases. 12 COVID-19 patients died in the past 24 hours, raising the death toll to 1,033. On the positive note, 447 COVID recoveries were reported in the last 24 hours, raising the state total recovered cases to 52,667. Manipur's recovery rate stands at 83.67%. All necessary medical precautionary measures like containment and contact tracing are in place. Meanwhile, Praringlong Cherangpangdongba Village Authority has appealed to the government to conduct mass COVID-19 testing at Praringlong Cherangpangdongba in Kampopi district and Tupulpa 3 in Noni district. For a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on successful surgery for black fungus at RIMS Hospital. Keep watching Impact News.
You are watching Impact TV. Engaging, empowering and impacting lives.
Welcome back after the break, watching Primetime English Bulletin. A team of ENT surgeons of the Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, Imphal, today successfully conducted surgery for mucormycosis, also known as black fungus. The team, comprising of Professor T.H. Sudhiranjan, Dr. O. Priyakumar and Dr. N. Jiten, successfully conducted surgery for mucormycosis involving the nose and paranasal sinuses in a post-COVID-19 patient. The patient is undergoing treatment at RIMS Hospital under Professor C.H. Danaras. An anesthetist team of the operation was led by Professor L. Pradeep and Dr. Ishori Longsam. During the surgery, mucormycosis was found to involve the right maxillary sinus, ethmoid sinus, middle and inferior turbinates and posterior part of the nasal septum of the patient. Ethmoid sinus was found to be oedematous but clear of the gross disease. The lamina papyracea, or the tint one separating orbit and nasal cavity and floor of the brain, was found to be intact in the patient. All parts affected by mucormycosis were cleared. Patient is reportedly stable after the surgery. India has reported more recoveries than confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the past 24 hours. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India logged 62,480 new COVID-19 confirmed cases and 88,977 recoveries in the past 24 hours. Country's COVID-19 tally stands at 2,97,62,793, out of which 7,98,656 are active cases. Total recovered cases in the country have reached 2,85,80,647. India's recovery rate stands at 96.03%, while death toll has reached 3,83,490, with the addition of 1,587 new COVID-19 fatalities. Over 26 crore 89 lakhs people have been vaccinated against COVID-19 in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 17 crore 82 lakhs 76,000 people. Above 38 lakhs 59,500 people have died, and recoveries are above 16 crore 27 lakhs 79,000. USA has the highest active cases of above 51 lakhs 19,000 in the world. Manipur police continues to nab corona curfew violators. As a part of COVID-19 preventive measures taken by the state government and state disaster management authority, in the past 24 hours, police has detained 135 violators and issued fines amounting 50,400 rupees. 50 violators were nabbed in Imphal West District, 1 in Imphal East, 36 in Thoubal, 18 in Kangujam and 30 in Bishnupur District in the last 24 hours. So far, police has collected fines amounting 2 crore 26 lakhs 52,760 rupees from curfew violators. Kangujam District DC Dipu Gangmei today inspected the conditions of Community Health Center Kangujam following yesterday's media report about non-utilization of 2 X-ray machines and 1 static machine of the CAC for more than 2 years due to lack of electricity and proper rooms. Members of Voice of Kangujam and volunteers for Disaster Response Force accompanied him. DC Dipu Gangmei instructed hospital MO in charge to send necessary proposal to enhance the condition of the CHC. Members also urged the DC to open a COVID-dedicated block or COVID-dedicated hospital at CHC Kangujam. The DC also planted saplings at Angang Chink Eco Park in Kangujam during the visit. Six student bodies have appealed to government-aided and private schools to abide by the recent government order regarding school tuition fees and teachers' salary. The 6 students' bodies are MSU, MSF, DESAM, KSA, SUK and AIMS. It may be recalled that on June 17, an order signed by State Education as Director L. Nadakumar slashed tuition fees and teachers' salary of all aided and private schools in the state in the wake of prevailing second wave of COVID-19 pandemic. As per the order, all private and government-aided schools in the state can collect only 50% of tuition fees from students starting May this year and pay 70% salary to its teachers. The order further said schools are prohibited from collecting tuition fees from students who have been orphaned or have lost either parents due to COVID-19. It also said that schools should continue imparting education to students through online mode. In a video released from the 6 student bodies, MSU Vice President Laishram Athoba warned that the student bodies will form a committee to monitor whether private and government-aided schools are following the government's order or not. He also disclosed that they have received complaints about many private schools depriving financially constrained students from attending online classes and online examinations.
Hariba 50% aduga ozagi salary na 70% piba habsida koi mairul tanosu koi yare maramaduna hariba 50% asi kanagumba private school kudimangna koi online class tawgadabani aduga hariba fee si mairul singdagi lawgadabani hariba gi pandamda adumlaba koi fee si yanagibani karigumba private school online class tawdabida karigumba fee si lawnana bohna matarabdi madu mairul tarukna koi gi Nava department singda koi taknar kanda moigi NOC phawba kaknanaba koi honagani haitare fisu lobiu aduga online class sungi soiduna tawbiu haibsi mairoi luptauki apilni maramaduna mairoi luptauna changjinduna lakpa koi gi fee sigi matangda makhata na so koi gi committee semakanda government thoiba order asi private school singna illibra haibana singba sing asam asi koi kumni yingjinjagani.
On the other hand, All Manipur Student Guardians Organization has condemned the government's order regarding school tuition fees. In a video release, organization secretary S. Sumati said many poor students are still deprived of online class as they cannot afford to buy a decent mobile and proper network connection. She said that many parents and guardians have no means to earn amid the coronavirus curfew. She appealed to review the order and to let schools collect only 30% tuition fees.
Nomagi school nomduna hinjaramba imung kaya amasu highway school sing asida macha masu ladik tammi banina subam nomam lerak taraba matam asida haiba phi sing ase thiba ngamdabana maram oira kanda mahiru sing mahitamba lepagi phibamda lakle aduna khanda gabena thokliba order ase mahiru khunagi damakta yenga kanda amadi lairaba prajagi macha masu singi yenga kanda phi ase 30% da lepiba amadi government thoiba order ase amuhana review tobiba masina mahiroi khunagi damakta yamna afaba phongthang mo oigani.
Akomlup Kanglai Park has condemned the abuse of a minor girl by a non-Manipuri Rupesh Kumar Singh on June 10th and demanded the government to award him befitting punishment. A book named Report of Upendra Judicial Commission of the Inquiry appointed for inquiry into the incidents of June 18, 2001 was released today. Extrajudicial Execution Victim Families Association Manipur IFOM organized the book releasing event at Human Rights Alert Office in Kwakatel Thiam Laikai. District Child Protection Union in Southwest has organized one-day online workshop on handling COVID stress. Head of RIM Secretary Department, Professor R.K. Lenin, gave resourceful insights on stress management to children and staff of childcare institutions at the workshop. Indian Red Cross Society Imphal District Branch has organized voluntary blood donation at Janim's Blood Bank and Transfusion Unit as a part of the World Blood Donors Day 2021 observation. Taking part in the event, IRCS Imphal East Chairman Narendra Ningomba hoped that the camp can contribute in making available blood to emergency patients amid the pandemic. 20 people donated blood at the game. Voluntary Health Unit Committee, RIMS, along with RIMS Department of Transfusion Medicine, has held blood donation camp to mark June Uprising Day. 9 people, including 2 women, took part in the blood donation camp held at RIMS.
Manipur Kai Kaibi Aroi Haiba, Niam Yoda, Hawaii Ponta Pikava, Atoba, Atobi Mafanda, Kai Kunazabu Toina, Amadi, Swaptuna, Film Soina, generally, however, Vitini now singing Mafanda, Kai Kunazabu Chavoina, Chahikutin, the Voluntary Health Unit Committee, Pantokchava, Blood Donation Camp, and the Kisu Kumitra Suboina, Rimski Blood Banka, Kusam Naduna. Pangkokchari asida blood donor uba lakpiriba sinnaw khudingmapu committee asigi maikai hangai leitana amadi thagachaba phongdokchari.
Union Home Ministry has operationalized the National Helpline 155260 and reporting platform for preventing financial flows due to cyber fraud. The National Helpline and Reporting Platform provides a mechanism for persons cheated in cyber frauds to report such cases to prevent loss of their hard-earned money. Now the sports news. Sanklakpam Nilakanta Sarma is soon to create history as the 18th Olympian from Manipur. The hockey player has been selected to participate in the Summer Olympic Games 2021. Hockey India today selected 16 teams members for participating in the upcoming Tokyo Olympics, including 1 goalkeeper, 5 defenders, 5 midfielders, including SH Nilakanta Sarma, and 5 forward players. They will represent India in the upcoming 32nd Olympics, scheduled to be held from July 23 till August 8 in Japan. Nilakanta was born on May 2, 1995. He hails from Konta Ahalub Makalaikai in Imphal district and was trained at Posterior Hockey Academy, Manipur. He has been actively playing hockey since 2003. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Manipur paid tributes to slain brave hearts on 20th Grand June Uprising Unity Day at Kekru Park Memorial Site in Imphal. Eighteen out of 20 samples from Manipur identified as Delta variant, which is believed to have led to resurgence of COVID-19 infections in many countries. Chief Minister Nongthamang Biren launches Ayush 64 tablet for COVID treatment in Manipur. Doctors, nurses and healthcare workers in Manipur joined National Protest Day called by Indian Medical Association against violence on doctors and healthcare workers. Manipur reports 603 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 5,842 samples and 12 deaths in 24 hours. RIMS doctors conduct successful surgery for mucormycosis, also known as black fungus, in a post-COVID patient. India logs 62,224 new cases in last 24 hours. Recovery rate touches 95.93%. Manipur's Sanglakpam Nilakanta gets into India's hockey team for upcoming Tokyo Olympics. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur Bulletin. For more news, you can follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Have a great evening and stay safe.
CJ Urban OPD. CJ